Hello everybody, I'm Kelsey the Pyrofly, co-creator of A Fallen World, and I am here to give you all a quick tutorial of where to find the buttons. If, or should I say when, you are having difficulty with that, because I will admit, Infected and I were pretty mean placing some of these buttons, and some of them are pretty hard. So if the hint book just ain't cutting it, here is where you can find all of the buttons in the Fallen World. Alright, so level 1 is going to spawn you in a nice beach area here. To get the button, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to swim across the lake here into this underwater cove area. Then you see this first tree, you're going to want to turn left right after the tree and head in behind here, and that will take you to a little secret room where you will find a button. So for level 2, you spawn in this nice forested riverbed area. And in order to find the button, you're going to want to locate this large tree over here and kind of head towards that. Then from there, you'll want to cross the river to find this rotting haystack. Go in behind the haystack and you'll find this crack in the mountainside. You're going to want to be sure to take a left right here at this intersection. And the button should be hiding right up here on the ceiling. Level 3 is the Mesa, and I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is probably one of the most brutal buttons ever created in the history of Find the Button.
I take credit for it.
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find this little butte over here. You'll notice that there is a sign that says to go down. What that's going to do is it's going to take you into this little cave/secret base area. And you're going to want to find these steps over here. And you're going to climb up a few levels until you find the enchantment room. Now here's where it gets tricky. Remember, if you're stuck on this level, you're not stuck enough. Because in order to complete this level, you're going to need to be in this cobweb. So what you're going to want to do is jump up. And then you see there's about half a pixel of the button right over there. You're going to want to jump. You're going to want to jump, hold shift, and then press that button. It might take a few tries to get it because it's a pretty small hitbox, but eventually you'll be able to escape from the Mesa. And then you can pat yourself on the back because hopefully you'll never have to do it again. Speaking of things you're never going to want to do again, the Mineshaft. A level which even the creators cringe at every time they have to go through it.
I also take credit for that one.
So anyway, there is a nice hint here. This pickaxe right here points the way. So what you're going to want to do is follow the way the pickaxe is facing from this main room. And then you're going to want to take the first right. And then you're just going to continue straight for a while until you meet this central pillar right here. And then right before you get to all these trap doors, you want to turn this corner and you're going to find this box. So once you get down here, you're going to want to turn to your left, head over to this hole in the side, and you'll see a nice wooden button waiting right here for your pressing enjoyment. Alright, so for level 5, the cave level, there's a little bit of a unique thing going on where you need to actually hit a lever before the button becomes accessible to you. So when you're in this sort of home base area, you're going to notice two waterfalls. There's a waterfall that goes upwards, and there's a waterfall that goes downwards. You're going to want to go towards the downwards waterfall, and then you're going to want to turn right towards this lapis. This first tree right here conceals the button, but you're not going to be able to get to it just yet. What you have to do is go past that tree, take a left at this fork, and then go till the end of this passage to where you see another tree. Behind this tree is the lever. Hit the lever and that should activate the button. So then all that's left to do is to go back to the first tree and navigate your way around it until you find this hole at the top, and the button will be up there, and all you have to do is kind of click around until you have found it. Alright, level 6 will take you to the Nether. So what you want to do is head around this way up the hill, being careful not to scald your feet too badly on the magma blocks. And then you're going to want to just kind of follow this terrain up, once again being careful not to incinerate yourselves, until you make it over here to this Nether portal. And then what you're going to want to do is find this hole up here, and you should be able to see the button right in the corner, right up here. Alrighty, level 7 is the desert level. You spawn in this little desert house, but once you leave that, it's pretty much wild desert from there on out. So the trick here is to find our most recently deceased centipede. That would be this guy over here who has been sawed in half. He can smell the button, he knows where it is, and all you gotta do is follow his instincts to find it. So what you want to do is you want to head down into this cave right here that he is facing until you find the skull of his long dead brother, and then you will be able to go here to where you see this tiny quarter block hole. The button is right in there. And one thing to note is for that one in particular, as well as several others, you may end up having to hold shift in order to hit the button, and you will want to have both hands empty. If you see the button but can't press it, my troubleshooting recommendations are going to be empty your hands and hold shift. That should help to increase your reach a little bit. Alright, so level 8 is the village level, and this one too has a little bit of an interesting mechanic to it. What you're going to want to do is go over this way in order to find the inn, because the inn is where you're going to be able to get out of this level. For this one, the key is in fact to sleep on it. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the inn, and you'll see this button here that says have a good night. Press the button to turn things to night. What this will do is it will enable you to sleep in a bed, which is important because what you have to do is you have to go to this third room on the first floor on your left, and then underneath the chest you will see a wooden button. Don't be fooled by that, it's a fake. What you actually want to do is find this little sliver of a brown bed. You're going to want to right click that in order to sleep in the bed, and then when you awaken you will be underneath this part of the inn, and the true button will reveal itself to you. Alright, level 9 is the Stronghold, and this one is arguably one of the trickier ones because in order to unlock the final end level, you have to find 4 buttons. The first of those buttons is here in the library, and I say first simply for my convenience. The order that you press them does not matter. But if you're in the library, what you want to do is go under this balcony here and take a right. And then you're going to take another right, and it's a little hard to see in the dark, but the button is actually right here in front of you. You're going to press that, and it will give you a little message that basically tells you that you've succeeded in finding the correct button. Next room is this one over here. This is the forge room, and what you're going to want to do is you see these forge towers right here. These chiseled stone bricks look kind of like eyes. So what you're going to want to do is go all the way over to this one over here, find the button right on his eye, and press it. Alright. This one here is the storage room. It has never been organized, so navigating this place might be a bit difficult, but if you know what you're looking for, it shouldn't be too difficult to find it. What you're going to want to do is go to the second floor of this abomination, and you're going to want to look around for a random door that just seems to be leaning up against the wall. Open it up, and you'll find the button waiting for you behind it. And finally, last but not least, we have the prison section. For this one, what you're going to want to do is go up to the second floor, and you're going to need to collect this boat, which I can't do in creative mode. In adventure mode, you will collect the boat, and what you're going to want to do is look around for a cell that has just a 1-block hole that you can't really get into. You're going to find it right over here on the other side. You're going to place down the boat, and then you're going to use the boat in order to get into the room. Then what you do is you press the button right here. You'll once again get a confirmation, and if you've pressed all 4, it will say the gateway is opened, and you will be able to make your way to the next level. If you would like to get out of here, there are 2 ways to do it. The first is to go down this hole to unknown dangers. The other is to simply remove the boat and place it back outside. Boats are your friends. Never forget that, everybody. Boats are important. So once you've hit all 4 buttons and the gate is opened, you're going to want to come back to the central room where the water in the fountain will have been replaced by an end portal. The final level is in the end. Once you're in the end, you're going to find a lot of stuff here, but if the button is your aim, you're just going to want to kind of walk forward from where you spawned to find the dragon skeleton. And you are welcome to just ignore the giant box that only shows up in creative mode, and I would like it to leave. Anyway, what you're going to want to do is find the dragon skull, go to the base of its neck, and you're going to see a little entrance inside of the skull, where you're going to find this button. Now, a couple things to note. As you may know, there's only really one way back from the end other than killing the dragon, and that's dying. So this button right here actually kills you, so keep that in mind before you press it. And you're also going to want to make sure that when you press this, you have at least one empty inventory space. And that's because when you press the button and it kills you, it gives you this key. This is the level 10 key, and what that does is it enables you to go back into the level room, and place it in this hopper right here, and it will unlock this room right here. There's normally some glass that covers this. Placing the key in the hopper will remove the glass and open this so you can get back to the end easier should you wish to do that. Now, obviously, there's much more to this map than just the buttons, but that I am going to leave for all of you guys to figure out on your own. So, with that being said, I hope that this tutorial was helpful, and I hope that you are enjoying a fallen world. As always, we are happy to hear any feedback that you do have on the map. If there's anything you'd like to tell us, go ahead and leave a comment below on this video or on the map download page. We would love to hear from you guys. And with that being said, I am going to say goodbye to you all. Have a good life.